What's up, everybody? What's cracking lacking with the booty smacking? It's the one and only, your favorite photographer, Notorious One, broadcasting to you live and direct here at the AC headquarters in North Hollywood, California. It's December 6th, the last month of the year, and we are back once again with another phenomenal show. This is What's the Word, in case you don't know. And of course, a show isn't a show unless I got the lyrical genius by my side, Doughboy Tony. What up, famo?
Shit, what up, G? Feels good to be back in here. I know it's been a little minute.
It's been a minute,
It's
man.
been a minute since I was back up in here. But, man, I hope y'all ready for another good episode. You already know it's the realest motherfucking platform on YouTube, American Cholo, brought to you live from North Hollywood. My boy about to let y'all know who we got in the building today, man.
Man, today we got a beast when it comes to music in general, from spitting the flow to making beats itself, you know, to even producing and recording and anything that has to do with music, man. My boy is very talented, you know. South Central, we in the house. Low Bonners, we in the house. The East Side to be exact. Everybody, man, give it up to my boy, Lil Trust.
What's up? Lil Trust in the house right here from that VOTG squad, representing.
Hell yeah, my boy.
Lil Trust, man, you could have been anywhere else, bro, but the fact that you're here chilling with us, man, I appreciate that for sure.
Nah, yeah, shit. I'm glad you asked me shit, because that shit, you know, I mean, we know each other like that, you know, so it's only right to do it like that.
Most definitely, man.
Hell
So
yeah.
the last time we were here, though, boy Tony, it was a day before Thanksgiving. You know, I know you was rocking the stage at the Garden Nap.
Yeah.
Man, bro, look, I was looking at the pictures. That shit looked like it was cracking, bro. Talk to me about the experience, man. How was that like?
Yeah, that shit was dope, bro. Fucking, I've done a couple shows already with Quick and Sugar Free and shit, but the thing is that when Quick brings the live band out, bro, like it's a whole different experience, G.
Yeah.
I've seen him multiple times, and don't get me wrong, his performances are dope regardless. But when he's got the live band, bro, like I'm talking about like at least 6-7 dudes up there playing different instruments, like knocking all his beats. Bro, that shit is too hard. It's too live, you know?
Yeah.
So it was a dope ass experience. Fucking the crowd was crazy. The crowd was very responsive. They were a good crowd to perform for. And shit, overall, dog, it was fun, fool.
That's
Fucking the
tight,
night
yeah.
before Thanksgiving, you know, unfortunately I couldn't be here, but
Yeah.
you know, I was doing my thing, rocking the stage, and it was a good experience.
It's only right. I feel like it's been consistent too, man. I be seeing you, you know, like you always performing, bro, and that shit feels dope to see that.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
if there was any chicks that threw any G strings or bras, you know, on stage, just now it was courtesy of your boy.
I seen that. I seen that, my boy.
Now, you feel me? But I mean, one thing that I forgot to ask on that show, and I know it's 2 weeks later, but I want to ask both of you guys. So obviously Thanksgiving, you know, I know it's looked at as you know, in a different perspective, but at the end of the day, Doughboy Tony, man, what's something that you were thankful for?
You know, I think I was thankful for a lot of different blessings that came into my life this year, bro. More than anything, G, you know, shout out my pops. That fool, he got his residency this year, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, he went out to Mexico, and he had like a cita or whatever to, you know, try and get his residency, and he got approved, bro. So, you know, that's a huge thing for me in my life, bro, you know?
Yeah,
So that's definitely one thing I would say.
that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Lil Trust, man, you know, like I said, Thanksgiving just passed by. You know, how was your day looking like that day, man?
It was cool that day. We just kicked it with the family right there and shit, but overall it was cool. You know, we spent it cool and all that, and the year it's been tough, but you know, feel like a lot of stuff happens for a reason, you know. It you know, kind of opens our eyes a little bit, you know, to you know, focus a little bit more, you know, try to get right too and shit.
Yeah, no, definitely, man, and Lil Trust. So, like I said, I mean, I've been a big fan of everything that you do. You know, like I said, I feel like when it comes to music, bro, like it's like you're an all-star with the whole VOTG in general. I feel like you guys are the all-star team because every person plays a different position,
Yeah.
right? And I know you know, like I feel like you're the only person that plays multiple positions where you creating the beat or you recording somebody else or, you know, you doing your own music as well. So like I said, man, I'm just intrigued with that right off the bat. So, you know, let's give it to everybody, man. So Lil Trust, where exactly were you born and raised at?
I was born in LA, raised in South Central. Ever since a little kid, I always been there, still there.
If you could give us like a you know, like if you could paint a picture of how it was just growing up, like let's just say, you know, how was your household looking like, you know, as far as your parents, What was that like?
Growing up, I had my mom and pops for a while and stuff, but eventually, well, my pops got deported. I haven't seen them for a few years and shit. Been almost like 14 years, and but growing up, there we had my grandma, my uncles, and well, it's a bunch of us too. My brothers and sisters, we all been there together. It's always we always had each other, back in some type of way.
Yeah.
Always been there for each other.
That's good. So like, my bad, bro, but you guys are like real like how do you say, like, y'all are a strong family, you know? You guys
Yeah.
stay like tight knit, because I know VOTG mostly all of your family, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
most of us, yeah, and
Yeah.
and the ones that ain't blood, we still treat them like family.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, people like you grew up with, Yeah.
So how old were you exactly when your father got deported?
I was 7.
7.
Yeah.
And if like, can you remember exactly how you felt when that happened?
Yeah, I always, it always me. I don't really like to think about that type of stuff because it always messes with me a little bit. Like I
Right.
always feel that because I was always close to him. That
Yeah.
he always like had me like that with him type shit.
Yeah.
So when I didn't have one, that shit, it kind of fucked with me type shit. And even to right now, like even if I talk to him just on the phone, that shit, it's heavy to talk to him.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, honestly, to be honest, I feel like that's something humongous because at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like we all need our pops. I
Nah,
mean,
yeah.
shit, I'm 30 years old and I still need my pops to this day. So,
Hell yeah.
7 years old, to witness your father get deported. I mean, man, bro, I feel like that's a big weight on your shoulders without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially as men, we all
Yeah.
look for that figure.
Yeah.
We all need that figure, really. Realistically, we all need that person to look up to.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, like you said, so you got multiple brothers. It's safe to say the household is active growing up, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Shit. We always been around shit. That's what we live. We live basically in the heart of the hood. 27 and Maple.
Yeah.
And we, since little kids, we always been around. Even we, no matter what, you would always see us out there. It's not like right now how kids used to be on the phones and all that type of shit. So we used to be out there.
Yeah.
Basically you had to go out there type shit. But since basically like around them times when my pops wasn't around type shit, we was already out there type stuff. Being
Yeah.
up and down type shit, playing them block tags, all that type of shit. Being out there type shit.
Yeah, so talk to us about how it was growing up with your siblings, though, man. Are you the oldest, youngest?
I'm the third oldest.
You're
It's a Big Trust, then it's Loksta, then it's me. We're the 3 oldest,
Yeah.
and then I got my other little brothers and sisters too. It's a bunch of us.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And so as far as school goes, elementary, middle school, high school, everything was in LA.
Yeah, pretty much everything was always in LA. I went to 28th Street Elementary. That's where we all went right there. A lot of us, a lot of homies, from the hood or just people I still remember, talk to and stuff. We all went to 28th Street School. We all, that was a big part of our lives right there. That elementary, because that's basically in the neighborhood too, right there.
Yeah.
So and as far as middle school, I went to John Adams Middle School. That's kind of where I started really getting into like music and all that type of stuff. And at that time when I went to middle school, I was like the youngest around type shit. Like basically I was a 6th grader and all like the older homies, they were 8th graders type shit. But I'm kicking it with them, And eventually, I started trying to write type shit, and I started showing them little by little too type shit.
It's crazy because I mean, obviously I grew up in the same area, right? And I mean, my middle school experience was different, bro, because every year I went to like a brand new different school. But my 6th grade year, out of all schools, I went to John Adams.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, at least what I experienced, bro, John Adams, that shit was crazy ass middle school, bro.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
You know,
Hell
like
yeah.
like without a doubt. And one thing that I was thinking about that middle school. I remember walking the tunnel, right? Because obviously either going, I think homeroom I had like I was at the main campus, but all my peers were across the street.
Yeah.
Every time we'll cross it, bro, there always
P
be some
Phil.
fool. Yeah, that always be fools like blocking in the beginning and end, and then somebody just throwing milk, bro, at the top. Like, hey, bro, just like you just minding your business, my G, and all of a sudden that shit is crowded and you got fucking milk all over you. Like, man, bro, this is not the business, bro.
Nah, yeah, the tunnel, yeah, that shit is known for fucking all types of crazy stuff right there. Just
Yeah.
all types of fights, whatever, and everything used to go down in a ton of smoking, whatever.
So
Without,
you said you were so it's three of you that are older and then younger ones. So you're like a middle kind of.
Yeah.
How much influence would you say your older brothers had on you growing up?
They had a big influence on me. Like basically a lot of the music that I knew when I growing up, it was because of them type shit.
Okay, what were you bumping growing? What was Lil Trust bumping growing up?
Well, when I was young, basically I'm listening type shit. You know, I didn't really know them by name type stuff, but at the time, like my brothers, they'll bump like the East Siders, the Mac 10, you know, the
Okay.
West Side Connection.
Hell yeah, a lot of
MCA, DJ Quick, my Uncle Little Silent. You know,
There you go.
all gangster shit.
Hell yeah, some straight West Coast gangster
Yeah.
shit. Hell yeah, that's what's up, bro.
But at the same time too, though, I heard a lot of other types of music too, like like oldies and stuff like that, like from my mom, Spanish music too, like from my pops too, type shit.
Yeah.
Just, even random music too, cause my uncle he's a DJ too and shit, so he'll play all types of shit, so that's when I really started like kind of listening to music, but not really
Yeah.
knowing music by like names or nothing like that.
I feel that.
But yeah, for
Hell
sure.
yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, everybody loves music. Like me, bro. I love music. You feel me? It gets me in the mood or whatever the case is. But I mean, obviously, you having the ear that you have, when can you actually say that? You know what? Like I guess like when the music actually catch your attention.
I say when I hit middle school. When I hit middle school, 6th grade, that's when I was really like my uncle Big Silent. He had a bunch of CDs like not even open, nothing like that. Like a bunch of CDs right there in his room. And at the time, that's when like the PlayStations had came out. So I told him like let me download like all this music to your PlayStation and shit, so I could download music too and shit. So while I'm downloading it, I'm looking at the title tracks, all that shit too. Like eventually, because that's when YouTube, all that shit. So I started, in my own trying, making my own playlist type shit.
Yeah.
Listening to all types of, mostly gangster shit, but at the same time, like I'm downloading everything, so I'm hearing all types of other music too type shit. But now I'm knowing them by name, like shit that I'll hear before type shit. Now it's like, now I know the name of that, So that's kind of where I started like knowing a little bit more about music, and then we always bun Little Silent type shit. So in my head, eventually, I was just like, damn, I wanna do that type of shit, So I started trying to write type shit, like even like basically like some of the songs that he did type shit, like I'll look for the instrumental, the original one, and I'll try to do like my own type shit, but I'll write it to his song type shit, so I'm basically like switching his words type shit, just basically like, in a way starting my own ideas type shit.
Yeah.
So
In
that's
my
where I
in
started
my opinion, I feel like right off the bat, Little Silent to me is a legend. I think I mean to me, again, this is my opinion. I feel like when it comes to Chicano rap, I think he's one of the top dogs without a doubt. Obviously, him being your uncle, how was that experience like knowing that you had an uncle that was pretty much a legend when it came to music?
We always seen him like that since little kids, and especially like kind of because we always used to go visit him all the time type shit, like every like 2-3 months or whatever type shit. Like we'll wherever he's at type shit, we'll go take that little ride, almost like a little trip. Like we'll sleep in the whip type shit, and wait, and we'll go visit them type shit, and just seeing them type shit, we'll always ask him about music or shit like that, or just in general about him type shit, like shit that he been through, anything, and a lot of that, we kind of just took it all in type shit. Like we always, all of us, we all kind of wanted to rap since back then type shit. Like we'll all tell them that we want to do that, but at the time, we were all little kids. Like you don't know if we serious or not type shit. So eventually, like we all started going through shit too. Like my brothers, we all going in and out of jail type shit. So some of us we can't even really go visit them no more type shit.
Yeah.
So, but I was still able to kind of visit them type shit. So I'll still see them, and throughout them times, like I'll be telling them, or I'll take like my rhyme book or whatever, and I'll show it to them right there and shit like that. And I'll up until he got out, we always I always try to keep that contact with him, like on music type shit. Like I always keep them updated on what we doing.
Right.
Hell yeah. So because I know you do a lot of different things. So you would say like your first experience with music or creating music was writing?
Yeah, yeah. I started basically writing type shit, and cause my brother he had a MP3, but I seen it had like a where you could basically record type shit. So I just basically like play a beat on YouTube or whatever type shit, and with everything playing like out loud type shit, and I'll just
Just like a little home studio.
yeah, well, yeah, basically like with a little MP3, I'll just have the TV playing out loud type shit, and I have the TV playing out loud type shit, and I'll just say my lyrics like that, and I'll that's like my first time really recording type shit.
Yeah, that's crazy because I had an experience like that too. Like when I first recorded a song, it was on a laptop.
Yeah.
Like I used a laptop mic. I didn't even have a mic or nothing like that.
Yeah,
But I mean, when you got the passion for something, you just do it.
nah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, hell yeah, you
You
figure it out.
yeah, you figure out a way to do it. But so what was it like when you first started writing? Were you just writing different rhymes, or did you come up with the whole song first, or how did it work for you?
Um, the first songs that I really wrote, it was kind of like it was kind of like to like Black Superman, like that type
Okay,
of shit.
hell yeah. So
And
like you were just always using old school beats and
yeah, at the
okay.
moment, yeah, like for sure, that was like the first things I ever like tried writing type stuff. But eventually, I started getting into like all types of genres type shit, like love type music, whatever. Started doing all
Yeah,
that.
because you guys have a variety of different music.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
noticed that it's not like your catalog is huge, bro. It's not just gangster rap. It's, you got the, shout out Critical. He's fucking got bars. You got the
Nah,
boom bap
yeah, for
shit,
sure.
and you guys got different stuff going on, bro. It's dope.
Nah, yeah, for sure. We got all types of different styles. A lot of music, a lot of music.
Yeah.
Let's just say your uncle Little Silent wasn't a rapper. Let's just say he wasn't the artist that he was. You think you still would have gravitated towards music, or you feel like he plays a big role as to why you even love music in the first place?
I feel like he plays a big role in into that. I can't really say if, otherwise type shit. I can't
Yeah.
really see that, but for sure he had a big impact on us. Like as far as like trying to be rappers type shit, yeah, he had a big impact.
So out of all your brothers, who was the first one that started to try to rap as well?
Well, my brother Loksta and Big Trust, they always like wanted to rap type shit. Like they always like would basically like just like rap on some like regular type shit, but not like really trying to record or nothing like that type shit. We little kids type shit. But eventually, like I started trying to do my own type shit, and we I ended up like basically kind of pushing us to do music again, like like record type shit.
Yeah.
Like I started like showing them like the first songs that I started doing type shit. Eventually, I got like a little mic type shit. The other homie, he bought a laptop. We started trying to make music type shit. Like, we found a little low budget program type shit. Started recording on that, and eventually, that's when I started showing them type shit, and they started trying to rap again too type shit. Getting into it a little more.
Yeah.
What was the moment for you guys where you felt like, damn, like we could really take this shit serious? Like and you just, kind of full force the movement, the music, everything.
Um, As far as like a group, I could say like when my uncle came out type stuff. But I
Okay.
always kind of like took it like that, like where this is what I want to do type shit. Like I'm not gonna give up on this.
Oh yeah, of course. So like as soon as he came out, he was full fledged with you guys, just kind of like helping and everything like that.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Once he came out, like we started basically like it was almost like a training type shit. Like cause
Like a little boot camp.
yeah, like in a way because he came out with a lot of, he was just writing throughout them years. You know,
Oh, okay. So he had
yeah,
lyrics stacked up.
yeah, like he
Yeah.
had like at least like 300 songs like written type shit. You know, just in the yellow envelopes type shit.
Yeah.
Just stacked up in there.
Hell
And
yeah.
once he came out, we started, like we had a little setup with her, like that mic that I had type shit, and we just started recording little songs here and there. And eventually we got more equipment type shit, like more like real studio equipment. And he recorded his first album type shit, and he featured us on a song. It's called Hennessy. And on that song, he mentioned VOTG. At the moment, we didn't know it. We didn't know what it was. And after he recorded his verse, he told like you know what that is right there, and all of us we were like nah, like like we all kind of confused type shit.
Yeah.
He was like, well that's us right there. We the voice of the ghetto,
Damn.
That's us right there.
That was the birth of the name right there.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Talk
Hell
to me
yeah.
about what's your thought process into creating like a beat, right? Like right off the bat, like what does Little Trust do every time he creates a new beat?
Um. Sometimes, mostly like me, I like to sample a lot. Like I like listening to that old school type shit. Like sometimes I hear a little piece that I like type shit, and I'll try to fuck with it. Like in my head, I kind of hear what I want to do to it, and once I get to the studio, I try to work on it. I try to flip it, to how I hear it, and from there the bars come, right away.
Yeah.
I know I've been in the studio with you. I know you do like the engineering and the mastering, the mixing and all that. Like what came about for that? Because I know people go to school for that shit. Like how did you, is that something that you just picked up on naturally? Like you were just like, I want to do this?
Yeah, I basically because I always had that mic, and on that program it was basically like practice type shit, and eventually I ended up my other uncle he gave me a computer, a Apple computer, and on that shit it had GarageBand, so on there I just started working on it
Hell yeah.
eventually, and from there I just kept recording, learning how to mess with the EQs, everything, trying to find that sound, the sound I like.
Yeah.
And basically up until right now, I still be learning things every day type shit. Like basically I'm just I just listen to what I like. I try to make it to the way I hear it.
Yeah, and eventually you only get better the more you do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, you still a student to the game no matter what.
Yeah, for
Always.
sure. Like always learning.
Hell yeah. And do you, when you write your lyrics, I know a lot of emotion, is like a big part of like what you write. Does that work for you with the beats too? Like,
Yeah.
certain moods that you're feeling, like you just kind of like that makes you go in on a certain beat.
Yeah, for sure. Like if basically like if I have an idea type shit and I'm really like feeling it, I'll really like go hard on it type shit. I'll try to make that shit to like try to make it sound hard type shit. And if I like it, fuck it, I'll go on the bars type shit. Like if I'm really like feeling it, but if I don't feel it, I don't force it. Like I'll just save it for another day type shit. But if
Yeah.
I'm really like feeling it, then I'll go off on it. And well, yeah, like depending on how the beat sounds and all that, how it makes me feel, yeah, I'll do like whatever genre type shit.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, if you're in the studio and like somebody else might be feeling it, you just let them get
Yeah,
off on
yeah.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes like I don't even have to be on the song sometimes,
Yeah.
I could just make a beat and record whoever really wants to get on it type shit. Like sometimes I don't hear myself on the songs.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, well, yeah, like we do that, and but when I'm feeling it, I get in there too. And pretty much that's how it be all the time. We always it's a feeling. You
So
know?
let's say you go in the studio and you're feeling it that day. Like I'm gonna make some beats today. How many beats you think you bang out like in one session?
It depends. It depends how I'm really feeling it. Like because I don't really try to like rush it type shit.
Yeah, no, of course.
So basically, like if I'm really trying to be on it type shit, I'll make like at least like three, 4 songs the
Oh
most
yeah.
type shit. But like something that I might fuck with, like at least like two out of the four, for sure. I like the songs, a lot.
Yeah, because you guys are very consistent. You guys bang on music a lot.
No,
And you
yeah,
guys
for
be
sure.
dropping, like a lot of collabs too, bro. What's one of like maybe your guys' favorite collabs or somebody you feel like, you collabed with that you really fucked with that certain project.
Um, I would say I fuck with all the collabs that we done so far. We still got some that are in works type shit. But
Yeah,
as far as like something collab that I really like respect type shit, like I respect all of them, but like
of
one that
course.
I feel like really that I feel like is a good one type shit is the one with the homie Blackie
Okay.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in
That
peace.
was kind of like our our beginning type shit where he kind of like opened us. He All his fans basically started fucking with us,
Yeah, he fucked with you guys early on in your guys' like musical career.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
much. Yeah, okay, that's what's up.
yeah. Like he had a big part on that beginning type shit because all his fans became our fans type shit.
But how did that collab come about?
Um, he ended up going to the hood one day to do a music video for forgot what's it called. But we did a music video or whatever right there, and eventually we just started chopping it up right there with him. My uncle, Little Silent, we just started like showing him like some of the music that we've been doing, and he ended up wanting to do a song with us type shit, and we were gonna do that, but he ended up passing away, and so basically like we were kind of stuck. Like fuck, we didn't do no feature with him or nothing like that. We had like the beat, everything type shit, but we didn't end up doing that. And he wanted us to do a show, and that show at the moment when he died, it basically it in a sense it got canceled type shit. But at the end, he his people got us. They still did it.
Yeah.
They still did it. They invited us still and all that, and that was our big like first show ever type shit as a group.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was our first show, and after that we kept in contact with his people, his homie, Spooky from Pomona. We always kept in contact with him, and eventually like I was listening to Blackie's music and all that, and I heard the song Hood Life. And I was like, damn, this song's hard right here. Like, it'll be tight if we could do a remix to this.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, in a way, kind of like remade the beat type shit, and we ended up doing a remix type shit, basically like a rough draft type shit. And I sent it to his homie type shit, and he was like, let's do it in the studio type shit where he did it, all that shit. So we went right there and we did it.
Damn, that's dope. So you're the person that's behind that beat to the remix?
Nah, I'm not behind the beat.
Yeah.
Like that was just the idea like that I showed them type
Oh,
shit,
okay.
and we ended up going to the real studio where he
Right.
did it with D Salas.
Yeah.
We went right there, and he showed us the real files, everything, all that shit, the beat, all that shit. He even kind of messed with the beat again, all that shit right there when we recorded.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was a cool feeling when we did that shit. And then we did the video for it and everything with all his family, everybody showing love, everybody showed us love.
That's dope, man.
That's
So
dope because that's a in the hip hop community and when it comes to Rasa, like that's a big artist right there.
Nah, yeah,
You know?
for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He was one of the ones that kind of was bringing all that back.
Yeah, yeah,
He
he
was.
definitely was. He definitely was.
Yeah.
so VOTG, like you guys are very family orientated. Talk to us about what it's like to have that bond between brothers. Like how good does that feel, man, to be able to just record, or just be in the studio with your brothers, your actual brothers. Is that a good feeling?
Hell yeah, yeah. That should be tight because sometimes like I don't really think of much of certain things I do sometimes. So I might be working on something and my brothers will hear that shit, either Lokesta or Big Trust, whoever's around type shit, and or whoever's around, either one of the homies, Critical, Fern Dog, or 750, my uncle, whoever, and they'll give me their opinion on it type shit. I like that shit. Like, fuck it, let's work on that shit.
Especially because you know it's genuine. You know it's coming from people who are they're gonna
Yeah.
be straight up and say no, or if they tell you yes, it's like they truly believe that that shit's hard.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. That's basically what it is right there. Every time we're around each other, that's what we're here for type shit. We all here to, basically help each other out, you
Yeah,
know.
hell yeah. So right now in the game, is there anybody that you guys haven't collabed with, maybe from LA or from wherever, that you feel like you guys want that feature, or like, maybe not necessarily like you need it or whatever, but it'll be nice for you guys to have that song. Is there anybody?
Um that I could really think of, no type stuff. Nah, not really. But
It could be any artist, even a big artist. Somebody you guys think you guys would sound dope with together.
I would say any type of old school artist for sure,
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
any other legend, anybody type shit,
Yeah.
anybody will be dope.
I feel like you guys been on the road though, like making music with Sucker Free. That shit is hard, bro. Then like Big
Yeah, for
E
sure.
from Oxnard,
Yep.
that shit is
Big
tight
E,
too.
for sure.
Bozo, I was at the video shoot. That shit is fucking tight as well.
Nah,
And
yeah.
and I mean, you guys got a whole fucking album with Lottie the G as well. So I feel like it's dope, man. I feel like you guys are able to gravitate, to pretty much any style.
Nah, yeah, we got a bunch of different styles for sure. It's a bunch of us, so we had to have different styles. We all have different feelings, and we all go through different stuff. And a lot of the times, the stuff that we going through, that's basically what's gonna come out in the music. Like it's
Yeah.
basically the feeling. That's basically all our songs is that's what it is.
Just pure emotions.
It's always a
Yeah.
moment. It's always a moment in our lives type shit that we just telling.
Hell yeah. And that's good because, everybody's got something different to bring to the table. Like if anybody is new and runs into your catalog, like they can't really get tired of it because it's like something new all the time.
Nah, yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
if somebody wants to gangbang and get active, they can go bump VOTG. If somebody wants to relate to a certain experience that they went through in life, like, you guys got the storytelling, you guys got it all, bro.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
You
We
know?
all types of genres, whether it be like love type music, fucking heartbroken type music,
Yeah.
fucking a lot of the topics that people don't want to touch on type shit. We do them, like anything. If we feeling it, we'll let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just recently, you guys dropped "Smile Through the Pain." Talk to us about that album.
That album is it's kind of deep, because the just the album in general is named after the title track, and the title track it has our nephew on there that's rest in peace. He died at 16. And
R.I.P.
he looked up to us a lot. He looked up to the group. He always wanted to do a song with us type shit. And at the time, he's a little kid. He's still like learning type shit. So sometimes you don't think much of things. We're gonna mess with him, but like let him practice a little bit or shit like that. And we didn't end up doing a song with him. At all type shit, but at a lot of times, him and his cousin Dominic, they always did their own thing though. Regardless, they wouldn't really like tell us, like that. Like the only one that really knew about them doing music like that was Fern Dog, But even with him, they'll still kind of like be on that like secret type shit, just like how anybody would in their
When they're
first,
starting, yeah.
So
Yeah, no doubt.
that's how I ended up getting vocals and stuff like that from songs that he recorded type shit. So I put them on that first song and I put them on that second song. I made beats around them type shit, and we did our part on it.
Hell yeah.
Basically what he wanted.
That's what's up, bro.
What's your
That's
favorite
tight.
track from the album?
I gotta say, Lead the Way. Beat the Way, that song. Every time I hear that shit, I feel that shit every time, for
Yeah.
sure.
Talk to us exactly about what it is that you feel.
Um, just in general, just the lyrics, all that shit, and just hearing my brother every time on that shit. No, that shit hits deep.
That's right, man. Like I said, you guys got nothing but you guys stay consistent with the albums, man. And I feel like this one alone, one song that caught my attention, and I feel like it hits the feelings too, And I mean, I don't even know what the fuck I'm feeling, but I always get I get all fucking. But it's the one. Which one is it? Little Silent Man. God damn it. Oh, this ain't no melody. God damn.
Yeah,
Bro.
that shit.
one right
That
there.
one's tough right there. That shit's
Yeah.
hard because the story he's telling in it, he's talking about his brothers right there.
Yeah.
He's talking about his brothers and himself, basically. That's the three verses right there.
I feel like Little Silent, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. But when it comes to storytelling, bro, like he paints the perfect picture. Like one thing, I mean, me being a photographer, videographer, I feel like it's all about like you gotta have that spark into creating ideas. And again, I mean, I feel like Blue Minivan, right? Just that one alone, like lyric for lyric, word for word, he paints the picture of everything,
Yeah.
like everything that happened, what happened, and it's like all I could think of is like, man, bro, if only somebody could put it like as a movie.
It's easy to envision yourself there
Exactly,
or part of
yeah.
the story.
Everything
Yeah.
he says, bro, I feel I was there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
For-
that shit was crazy, bro.
for,
Like,
for his age at them times,
Yeah.
recording all that, he was a fucking beast. He was a beast on the
Yeah.
lyrics. He was a beast. And just in general, like going hard on that shit, like anything, like just on some straight hood shit, gangster shit, like shit that ain't nobody gonna do. Like he had his
Yeah.
own style. He'll straight flip like, whatever he was feeling, which was, like could have been like the Scarface, like Never Seen a Man Die, like he did his own remix, or like the Bloods and Crips, beats, like he straight do his own thing to it, like straight, on some beast shit, the bow down, like all that shit, like he was just a beast on them, on all them songs, and he was like 16, 17 years old,
yeah,
and so imagine that shit, shit, thinking of them type of bars at that age and the way he'll say it. And back then you couldn't punch in type shit, so he's doing that shit all in one take.
Yeah.
The whole song he's doing it like that, so it was different back then, so just, he was ahead of his time. For a youngster, he was a beast.
No, definitely. And it makes you think, what would have happened if, unfortunately he would have never, gone to prison. Like maybe the advancement that he would have, I mean, he's already doing big things now that he's out. Imagine
Nah,
like
yeah,
it
for
would have
sure.
just, boom, it would have taken to a different level.
Nah, yeah, for sure. That's what I always think too sometimes. But at the same time, I feel like everything happens for a reason, sometimes,
Of course.
So
And I mean, it's nothing, it didn't even stop him. He came out and bro, like, you guys are just full force with the music, bro.
nah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit, him being locked up, that shit, it affected everybody type shit. But at the same time, you don't know what could have happened if he was out here type shit,
Yeah.
But throughout them years, he was always with his lyrics type shit, and every time we'll see him type shit, because we'll see him every once in a while type shit, but like we're bumping his music at home type shit, so for us going, like, a lot of people wouldn't want to do that type of shit, they'd be like, that's too much, that's too far, like I'll just stay home type shit. But like us, we'll look forward to going to go see him type shit, like we
Yeah.
want to ask him all these questions, we want to tell him,
Yeah, of
all
course.
types of shit, so that's how it always was, we'll always see him since little kids like that, always visited him.
Yeah, so yeah, of course it's gonna be like that. I feel like everybody's got, I know I have that uncle where it's like you kind of you feel like you can go to him, you can ask him questions, get some game. But talk to me about what it's like now, bro. Like, I mean, obviously people who are watching probably know, growing up in South Central is a pretty, it's a pretty rough area. But like, how has the experience changed now with doing music? Like, especially because you guys are pretty well known. Like, how has there been any change to your experience now, like being in South Central?
Yeah, before I feel like it was just more reckless, like we we wouldn't really care about like being out there like slipping and all that type of shit. You know, like we'll just be out there type shit. But now, of course, yeah, like we're you know. I wouldn't say, we super out there or nothing like that, but like people do know us type shit,
Yeah.
So as far as that, like, yeah, always gotta be, looking out for yourself type shit, regardless.
Yeah, no doubt. So that changes in terms of like security and safety changes pretty much.
Yeah,
You're
but
more
that's
you're more
that's always,
aware.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But that's always been the case type shit,
Oh no,
But
of course, yeah.
just now and then we got kids and all that, we're a little older now, so we think for sure, we all think different, Once you get older, you start seeing the bigger picture of things.
Yeah, especially I mean, yeah, of course, obviously having kids, having family, but like even the career, like, you guys want to push the music shit
Yeah.
forward. Like you don't really feel like you got time for all that nonsense,
Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
for sure.
Seeing I feel like gangbanging, bro. I mean, it's all about different perspectives, right? And I mean, like I said, growing up, me being younger, I grew up in the low bottoms as well. I grew up on 37 and Maple. That's where I grew up at. But I don't know if it was because, like, man, shout out to my father, but my father being who he is, my uncles being who they are, one thing they never did, they never really glorified it at the house. So my perspective towards gangs was different. Like, although I lived in South Central, it just, me being a gangster or whatever, that never really crossed my mind. But like seeing what it did to your uncle Little Silent, obviously having the potential to be a megastar, but obviously, unfortunately, whatever happened led him to doing 17 years. Did that change your perspective towards gangbanging, or what was that like?
I feel like it did eventually, like once we got older type shit, but even as a youngster, we always knew that type of shit. But like regardless, like you just gonna be a knucklehead sometimes. You don't listen sometimes. You still gonna go through shit.
Yeah,
And basically like a lot of even like him, he'll tell us type shit. Like do this type of shit. Like it's basically gonna be this type shit. Like all my uncles, everybody. That's like everybody will put you up on gang type shit. But a lot of time you learn for yourself. You know.
yeah.
For sure, like that's how it's always been, for us type shit. And we always been like that. But eventually, yeah, like once we got older, that shit. I started looking at a lot of that stuff, more.
I feel like with age comes different perspective and perceptions, right? Like for example, I mean, although you could grow up at a certain block, you could grow up at a certain street, and you could love it, you could adore, you could have memories, but the question is, does the street love you the same? You get what I'm saying? And I feel like nowadays, that's how I see it. Like, whether it's a 1 mile radius, 2 mile radius, like you're so intrigued to where you grew up at, and you look past everything bad that has happened and keeps happening. And it's like, when does the question come? Like, man, bro, like that's it, man. Like,
Eventually you just get desensitized to it.
yeah.
You don't have no feeling for it no more. Becomes so normal, you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
that, I mean that's sometimes that's where like I tend to question it. Like if there's a certain section that I mean, it has caused a lot of pain and or a lot of hurt. Like why do you think people still, glorify that certain section of a block or whatever the case is?
Um, I feel like it's not like glorifying that, but at the same time, like as far as like me, like trying to do like this music and all that type of shit, like and just like kind of showing like who we are, where we came from, type shit. Like it's basically like just showing type shit. That we we could go through a lot of shit, or we could be a certain type of person, but you could still do something. Like
Yeah.
like you could come from anywhere. Like for a lot of like little kids, anything, because a lot of like there's a lot of people that look up to us type shit, like as far as like with the music and all that shit, and they see that we doing this type of shit, and a lot of them they live in that area,
Yeah.
they know that we from that area, so they bump us because of that too, type shit, and they see that we doing this type of shit, so they take that in too sometimes,
Yeah.
They get inspired by
Yeah.
by seeing you guys, because I mean they're like, man, if he come from the same area as me, he can do it. Why can I?
Yep.
And I think that's huge, bro. It's huge to have that power in your community
Yeah,
because
for sure.
not a lot of people, a lot of kids don't get to look up to people like that, and a lot of people don't get to be that person that kids can look up to, and maybe you don't know. You might change somebody's mind.
Nah,
You
yeah,
know,
for
you might have saved a kid's life, bro. He might have, been going down a different way, and he's like, damn, I want to do the music shit too, and now he's focused on that. You just never know.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Just like my other little brother, man. I haven't seen him in a few years, but he ended up getting in contact with me because I posted a picture where I'm with him and my other little sister, and he seen that shit and he started hitting me up and shit, and then eventually we started talking type shit and started seeing that we do music and all that type of shit. He started really getting into all that shit, and he hit me up one day. He was like recently, he was just he was like, I want to start doing music too type shit,
Hell yeah.
like shit like that. And
Hell
then a
yeah.
lot of other little kids, just like my other nephew Hector type shit. He he wanted to do music too type shit because of what we was doing.
That's what's up.
You know.
You're gonna have the little VOTG
Yeah.
unit.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah, bro.
2023, it's coming to an end. Do you feel like you guys put in work this year when it came to music?
I feel like we always kind of put in work, but I feel like we could always do more. But I feel like we did somewhat cool for the year. We gave some music. Feel like we didn't do a lot of videos type stuff, but this year coming up for sure we're more on that. We're gonna start pushing a lot more for sure, like everything with everything.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because nowadays, content is everything.
Yeah.
So you
Hell yeah.
definitely, but not only that, you got another uncle that, he's a legend when it comes to that as well.
No,
I feel
yeah.
like, and I feel like that's
Been
something.
filming since the '90s.
Yeah,
since the
man.
late
Shout out,
80s.
yeah, shout out to Puppet. I feel like that's somebody that also doesn't get the credit that he deserves because when it comes to this photography shit, man, he's been doing this since way back. And this is back then when there wasn't no Instagram, no Facebook, or whatever the case is to be able to display your talent. So man, shout out to Puppet out there, man, putting in work.
Nah, yeah, he recorded. He basically directed the fucking Ghetto Gang Stories video type shit back then.
Yeah.
Like all that type of shit. Like he always been recording since a little kid. Since a little kid, he always had a camera type shit, and we always go through them he has a bunch of footage. He's always filming, moments, shit like that, because sometimes you don't know what could happen type shit,
You
So
might not know what you
it's good-
capture.
yeah, so it's good to always have shit like that, pictures, anything. It's good to have that shit, and he's always done that since a little kid. And for sure he has a lot of pictures, a lot of footage from when we little kids to right now type shit, from when he was a little kid to right now type shit.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then that shit
Yeah,
is
time
cool.
bomb.
Yeah, because even with even me, also I remember just growing up, man. My pops always had a camcorder for whatever reason. Used to record and just him alone having like you said, just on some random ass days. But nowadays, like that, those videos are everything, But that's also a reason why I feel like I kind of gravitated towards the camera as well.
I wish I had shit like that. I heard one of my uncles fucking took the tapes and fucking recorded like
Yeah.
music videos over them and shit, and like all that shit's gone.
I'm telling you, I think it was 2003, bro. I had to be like in third grade, fourth grade, but that's when the Beg for Mercy album came out.
Okay.
G Unit, that's when
Yeah.
G Unit was everywhere, bro. Everybody had the G Unit shoes, everything.
Yeah.
And man, me and my cousins, bro, we have a whole performance in the living room, fool, on a Christmas, like we all like the whole album. We just performing every song, bro. And again, if it wasn't for my pops recording that, then that would have been lost files right there.
No doubt.
For sure. Yeah, that's always good to have that type of stuff. At least somebody recording you always type shit, or just recording the family, anything. That's always moments right there. For sure, that's good to have right there.
Yeah, and it's
Always.
cool that nowadays you just have that shit in your pocket, G.
Yeah.
You want to catch your moment, it's easy.
Nah, yeah, and that should be fun though. Like looking, because my uncle, he has a bunch of footage, so we always go through that shit, or he'll pop out videos from back then type shit, from when we were little kids, like with the when they was recorded on a cassette type shit.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. That should be fun, looking at all that shit, or just pictures in general, all that shit. That shit's, cause when you see them shit, that shit brings back the memories,
Yeah, it's
Sometimes
nostalgic.
if you don't see that shit, sometimes you'll forget about that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lil Trust, man. You know what's your goals, dreams, goals, and aspiration when it comes to the music? Like, how far do you want to make it? Where do you see yourself? You know?
Um, as far as I don't know where I really see myself at, but as far as like I'm not gonna give up on this shit. You know, I'm just always gonna keep pushing that shit to wherever I land. You know, wherever
Yeah,
that shit takes me. But I ain't gonna give up on this at all. I'm always just as far as how I'm doing. I'm always learning. So it's always gonna get better.
yeah. But do you like? Where do you see yourself more? You see yourself more with the making beats, or actually, you want to go ahead and have a drop an album to yourself, or like, where's your vision at right now when it comes to the music?
Um, I do both. I really feel both a lot. Like I have like I always record music all the time. Like when I make beats, I usually rap to them myself first. And sometimes if I'm not really feeling it, then I'll take it out type shit. But mostly like when I make a beat, I'm really feeling it. Like I end up feeling like the lyrics, and I drop that shit with it. So
Yeah,
it's kind of both. I feel both. I really feel both.
There you go.
that's
What do you think is one like maybe a personal goal or like a goal for the group for 2024, bro? Like something you guys just you feel like you gonna need to accomplish.
Um, I feel like just going harder, just really pushing harder this year, this year coming. Not no slacking, none of that, we're really gonna push as all the music, videos, other unreleased projects that, that that's gonna come out soon eventually.
Is there anything else besides music that you guys like? I know you guys do the merch. You guys got the clothing brand and all. Like, is there anything else that you guys maybe want to get involved in, or you guys are already starting to get involved in?
Um I would say we're working on some stuff that's gonna come out hopefully next year. That shit it's gonna be big. Hopefully it's gonna be something different.
Okay, hell yeah.
That's right, my boy. Lil Trust, man. Anything we didn't ask you that you want to talk about, that you want to go ahead and shine light on?
For sure. Just we've been doing. As far as like me, I do my music sometimes. But mostly it like my focus is on the group. That's my main focus right there. The without them, I wouldn't really be doing what I'm doing right now type shit. Like they a big part of everything I do. All of them, every single one of them brings something to the table, an idea, whatever, anything. You know, especially like my uncles, all my uncles, everybody like from my uncle B, Big Silent, Little Silent, like we all bring something to the table, like we all do something,
Yeah,
and that's what I fuck with, my family is a big part of everything, and
Hell yeah, bro.
I consider everybody my family, a lot of whoever's close like that,
yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Most definitely, that's right. Before we wrap it up, man, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my motherfucking Cowboys, baby. We smashed on the Seahawks. Nah, we didn't smash on them.
I was like,
It was a
man.
close game. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of mad. I was nervous, because we should have smashed on them. But we're gonna play the Eagles, and we got the opportunity to go ahead and be, the number one spot at the NFC East. Doughboy boy Tony, who you rocking with, man? The Cowboys or the Eagles?
And the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Man. Fuck the Eagles, dog. I don't fuck with the
fuck
Eagles.
them,
dog.
man, and fuck Frisco, but Frisco did us a favor. They went ahead and they beat the Eagles. They smashed on the Eagles, bro. I didn't. Hey, that one surprised me right there for sure. Yeah,
That was the least expected thing for sure. I mean, I knew it could have gone either way, but not like that. What was it, like a fucking 4 possession game?
man, they tore them up for sure. But I seen the Rams. Fucking
Took
put
a
in work
dub.
finally. That's
Yes,
right.
sir. What do you
Hey.
mean finally, dog? That's 3 dubs in a row, G.
Man, it's like the 7th game that I seen you at already, bro. You a fucking season
Oh,
ticket holder or
you be
what?
out there. I
sir.
know I be
Yeah.
seeing that shit. You be out there.
Man,
Yeah,
my
hell
boy be
yeah.
everywhere,
Nah, but
bro.
fuck, I mean, shit. Now we got an opportunity to get into the playoffs. You
Yeah.
guys did us a favor, smashed on the Seahawks.
Yeah,
We got the best. I mean, aside from the Niners, we got the best record in the division, so that automatically puts us up above them. And, you know, we just got to hope that we just keep winning. Or, you
Yeah.
know, we don't got to win all of them, but hopefully, you know, we keep winning. The Packers, the Vikings, and the
Yeah.
Seahawks keep losing, and we'll be straight.
There it is. Hey, so what about you, Lil Trust? And you watch football or not really?
Nah, I don't.
Not your style?
I go for the Cowboys and all that because you know
Hey.
because of the fam, you know that's for
Yeah.
sure. You know that's our top. You know, and you know the Lakers, Dodgers, you know the natural shit. You know, but as far as me like really being on all that type of shit, nah, I don't be on that type of shit. You know, I'm always on the music. You know,
Yeah.
Either
Oh, yeah.
not working, I'm on the music. You know,
That's
That's
right.
for
right.
sure.
That's right. Hey, man, go ahead and, look at the camera, bro. Let them know where they can follow you, man.
Any
Tell
special
everybody.
shout outs?
Yeah, shout
Go ahead,
anybody
do your
out.
thing.
For sure, I want to shout out my people, you know, all the VOTG squad, you know, and all the people that we fuck with as far as like the homie right here, Little Neto, you know, the homie Doughboy Tony, Lottie the G, the homie King Drew, RIP, Blackie, RIP, Big E, who else? It's a lot of people,
Everybody,
lot of people.
everybody.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of people.
Too many
more
people
than
to name.
you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people. But to all of them, you know, yeah, I appreciate everybody type of shit. You know, my brothers, my fam, all of them. You know, for sure, I appreciate them. My mom, my grandma, all of them. You know, everybody that fucks with us, all the fans, everybody. I appreciate all y'all, for sure.
Hell yeah.
That's right. There it is, everybody, man. It's the last month of the year, man. Be careful out there, man. Keep your head on the swivel. If nobody loves you, Notorious One loves you. With that being said, Doughboy Tony, man, take us out.
Man, appreciate everybody that tapped into that. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode with my boy Lil Trust from that VOTG. Y'all
Yeah.
already know is What's the Word every Wednesday. Tap in next week. Y'all gonna see who we got on the channel, man. Appreciate y'all.